Ladies and gentlemen, and passionate engineers of India. So round of applause for your presence here. Great. I think very interesting panel. All of the panel members who are right here, I think 3 vice-chancellors, top experts in the field of computer science. I think a lot should be the takeaway from this. I just want to leave a few lines of thought so that it's better for us to discuss. This session is definitely dedicated and exploring the profound impact of engineering on our planet and society. So primarily, what we are really going to focus on in this discussion is what are the purpose-driven initiatives that individually and collectively that higher learning institutions together with government bodies as well as industry can take to make an impact in the society. So in the spirit of collaboration and innovation, I encourage every panelist to share your insights and experiences. Together we can ignite the ideas and empower communities, heal our planet, and redefine the future of engineering. As we are at the crossroads, we are seeing right from climate change to other big geopolitical issues, and many of that, yes, maybe the very big buzzword which is AI, that could be there, but there is much more profound than just a technology. So there needs to be a human intelligence co-piloted with AI. So my very first question, so this is to the Vice-Chancellor, Dr. Shan from Alliance University. I would really want to ask you that are the community engineering projects in your institution and rural internships effectively embedded to create the social impact through your curriculum?
Thanks for this question, ma'am. And thanks to all the panelists of the previous panels and my co-panelist also. Quickly, I'll just bring a couple of thoughts that we have introduced in the last 2 years. It took a lot of time for us to brainstorm. I'll just touch upon the impact also. All the previous panels were talking about startups, incubation, and recently I also remember our Honorable Minister talking the startup Mahakumbh about the startups that have come up. One thought that we embedded inside us in the last 2 years was, can we have a societal component coming inside the startup innovation ecosystem that is happening? I'll give you 2 success stories and then I'll tell you how it came in actually. One of the success story recently is, if you have gone to the Terminal 2 of Bangalore airport, you might have seen the elephants over there. The elephants are made up of one particular plant which is invading the forest of Tamil Nadu in the Satyamangalam region, which is called Lantra species of plants actually. And the tribals over there are trying to get rid of that so that the native species of plants and trees can be grown up over there. And one PhD student came up with an idea saying that, so why can't we convert this plant, take these plants and create some fibers out of it which can be used for some application. We started this work before 2 years from a mechanical engineering student, and today I can share the pictures also to you maybe if you want after this discussion. We have created the artificial food which is equivalent to the Jaipur food for the people who are, but the weight carrying capacity at this stage is only less than 40 kgs actually. We are trying how it can improve. When a Jaipur food is selling as 40,000 rupees, we were able to manufacture it at 3,000 to 4,000 rupees price point actually. What I am trying to bring up over here is, this project and along with that more than 20 such products came out of one course that is called as Solving for Bharat. We introduced a course called Solving for Bharat where the students are supposed to go to the society. 15 days they have to do an rural immersion program. It can be in the rural area, it can be in the urban area, it can be with any of the builders over there to see what are the problem statements that are being present over there. And then what we told them is, see how the natural resources that are available can be used as an alternate for bringing other solutions. 2 more products I'll tell you. One product is, wherever we are going, we are using thermocol as the packaging tool actually. And the students who worked on the orange peel, the orange or the vegetable peels they took up, they developed a material, and that material is now serving as an packaging material for the food packets. With some additional catalyst to it, it can also change its color when the shelf life for the food is changing actually. And I'll just wind up my speech with the last product. Again, a student from electronics and computer science came together, and they came and told that the carbon emission is more in the streets actually. So why can't I create an carbon material or a material that can absorb the carbon dioxide from the polluted areas? And now a product is in TRL level. We go with two TRL. One is TRL, technology readiness level, and we go only with TRL level products which are 8 or 9 into the patenting level. Also, IIT Madras has given us a very beautiful term called as VRL, Village Readiness Level. And they have a NEST, N-E-S-T, the Nature, Society, Economy and Technology. So, NEST is the fourth letter word that they have coined for VRL readiness actually. So, we have imbibed that also. Any student who is coming to Alliance University, irrespective of the domain, they have to go through this course on solving for Bharat, where they have to go to society, pick up the problems and come with a solution.
Great. I think great points, and I think let's give him a round of applause for all the new products that you have launched, and specifically because students are, taking it forward. So the taking from where you left, I would like to go to Dr. Naveen. He is of course the professor and dean at DIT University. How can design for disability or water, waste solutions be made a core competency for every engineering student, that they start thinking or working in these lines?
Good question, ma'am. Good afternoon to all the experts on the dais and off the dais. Ma'am, this is a very good question you are asking. Presently, what I have seen in the course curriculum, these are the basically descriptive elective or open elective in the courses. Either you will teach the water treatment, disaster, disability. But in my thought, this is the existing essential which is required for a student to work on this. I will tell you a success story in front of all the experts sitting in this hall. Suppose if there is a civil engineer in a university or in a college, and we will tell him how you will design this building which is useful for a hearing impaired or who is not move or physically disabled person. So I think first time he will think, what should I do? What can I do? But if we as a teacher will explain the theory, how can you change the structure of a building? How can you help? I will tell you one thing. I have given a project to my student. We are working in a village where there is a very small school. About 50 students are coming there. I have given this project to the student. We have to make the water system very movable in this school, which is very good because the student will move away from the school and bring a small bucket of water daily inside the school. So we have started a work, my student changing the whole scenario of the system in the whole the school, and there is a good quality of water is available in this, and the grass which is in the campus they removed on his end, and now at this time this school is a very beautiful school, and we count this work in their social responsibility. And in social responsibility, what they are doing more exercise. They go daily inside the school after 4 p.m. They taught the student to young small kids, and some of them are starting their journey from LKG, UKG and first class. Now they are in 12th class. This type of work, if we will present in our curriculum, because the NEP also tell us how you will expert a engineer or a professional from his own knowledge. So this should be start from the level of college, from the level of university. How you will suppose either he may be electrical engineer, he may be a chemistry person. I am a chemistry person. I don't know anything about the civil engineering, but I can explain the civil engineer how will you move a physically disabled student from third floor to ground floor. So this type of activity we have to start for our student in our university or in our colleges, so that they know how my knowledge will be implemented seriously to the society. And there is a system. If you will tell a student, you please give me this glass of water, he is unable to provide you the glass of water. He think, okay, this is how he is asking me a glass of water. But when we will start this type of policy, this type of activity in our curriculum,
Right.
then he will understand the meaning of giving a glass of water to any person, what type of social responsibility he has.
Perfect. I think that was a great answer and what you have been doing there. And that just reminds me that at the university, IILM University, we are of course at the very hub of Gurgaon. But you know, Gurgaon has a lot of other pockets of roads. So there we have community outreach through Legal Aid Center, behavioral labs where they are going. So I think these are great initiatives, and where, you know, students from be it engineering or management, they work towards the problem solving. So I think, Dr. Naveen, this was a great thought coming from you. I will go now to the youngest panelist here. He's filling up the gap. One of the professors not coming, but he is a very dynamic professor, Dr. Shankar from Bennett University. So a question to you is, you know, how are you seeing integrating sustainability into engineering design? So how SDG goals can be embedded? Do you see that happening within the university?
Good afternoon, ma'am. Good afternoon to all the panel members present here. So today I got chance to just speak on this particular topic and be a part of this particular discussion. So what my aspect when we talk about SDG, software development goals, this, as we know that there are 17 SDG that is already described by United Nations. And
so it's on your head, you know, a computer science person, the software is the first thing, but yes,
yes.
Great, sustainable development
Yeah.
goals, yes.
So when we talk about this, how we are integrating SDG to the students, to the BTech students or MTech students, even though PhD students are also part of this. What happening that when we talk about software development goals, likewise I am taking one example, we have software development goal number 3 that is called good health and well-being. We have SDG 4 that is quality education. We have, likewise we have many and we can go up to 17 and few of the things which I can
So
remember.
it will be very nice if you can give an example of any projects that you are doing,
Yeah.
or any your student who have
Yeah,
done.
suppose if I take example about this climate change, that also comes into SDG 13. That, so what happens if we are asking students to do some of the projects which are real time and how they can gather the data. Suppose if I ask the student to do how you are going to detect early cancer using machine learning or deep learning. So students are putting real effort in collecting the data. They are, we are guiding students not to simulate, means not to concentrate on the data which are available online. Even we are asking to go to the to visit to the hospitals, to go to the offline centers where you can get the real-time data. So what will happen if a student is using some real-time data? He will see that how actual we have a very major difference between simulation and the real time. So likewise, as I said you that we have we have gone with the machine learning with as we told you that detection of the cancer early cancer using machine learning. So what happens, students are totally involved into the project, and at Bennett University, they have the facility, we have hatchery, which is fully, that giving support to the students. If that project is just selected, we have some internal components, and if that is selected internally, we are asking the students to participate outside, which is happening.
Thank you, Dr. Shankar. I think that was very useful, and some of these initiatives are a must. But as we are at the last point of the embedded social impact curriculum, so it is the next Professor Senthil. If you can really throw some light on embedded social impact vis-a-vis how NEP addresses SDGs and skill development initiatives in curriculum towards sustainable development. So it will be very nice if you could really throw into some deep dive in these particular areas that you want to throw slides.
Thank you, ma'am. It's such a wonderful question. Thank you for BW Education for inviting us, and good evening to the panelists on the other side and panelists with my side. We started the previous session with a vernacular language, whether it is important towards education system or not. So pertaining to that, I want to start with a Tamil proverb which connects everything together. It's a poet called Magakavi Subramanya Bharati. Agni kunjondru kanden, adai angil or kattidai pondidai vaithen. Vendu thanindadu kaadu, thalail veerathil kunjendrum muppendrum undo. This connects our president's, APJ Abdul Kalam ji's previous president word, igniting young minds. See, the spark may be a small spark. If we're putting into a deep dive bunker, even in forest, it completely destroys the forest. So, educating young minds, it is not required much. It's need a simple spark. National education policy very specifically hits on this, because we are trying towards make ourselves Vishwa Bharat, where we are leading towards global leader. If you talk about global leadership, you need to understand the global education. So International Alliance of Engineering, IIE, which is giving us a wonderful thought towards different accords, especially we are working on Washington Accord. In Washington Accord, recent suggestion, what they made it, graduate, attribute and professional competencies, GAPC 4.0, very specifically hits on complex engineering problems. How are you going to address complex engineering problems in engineering discipline? What NEP says, NEP talks about skill-based education, where the skill need to hit to the core. Connecting these two, and the recent requirement of India, where the NSDC Skill Development Council, which starts from the skill level 1 up to 10, where I want to deal with skill level 7 to 10, where the graduate of engineering education need to put their mind for the complex engineering problem. If you want to connect this, working on cognitive domain, it is not really supports. We need to work on affirmative and psychometric domains too. In that way, if you want to work on affirmative and psychometric domain, where your mindset of the student need to connect towards real-time progress. In our university, very specifically we are working on every semester, end of the semester, student need to go for an internship. That is not a fundamental thing. The very first internship should be an NGO internship. Yes. Where if they are going for that internship, they will get they get empathize about the social relevant problems. From there,
they get your point. Great.
Yes.
I think it's a great point. I just wanted to add that each of the sector skill council that, the skill ministry and now the universities are working together. I think it's a very good idea to associate with them, be it the automobile sector or any other sector. And then a lot of projects are available. A lot of funding are available also. And so there is a need to bring in the vocational education as well as skill education.
Very specifically, ma'am, I am coming there only. The ideology is that
we'll
only.
Come back to you. We'll come back to you. You have next to you, we have the Vice-Chancellor sitting here patiently. He's the former IPS and DGP and now current Vice-Chancellor at the Sports University in Haryana. It itself sounds very sporty and encouraging, because the youth of India and especially Haryana, a lot of youth are getting into the sports and doing wonders. But we are at the institutional purpose question, very typically thrown at the Vice-Chancellors. So my question to you is, would creating a dedicated center for engineering and society cement this social impact on campus-wide priority? Can we cement the two things? Like basically, one would be creating a center for engineering and society, which means engineering for purpose, or like that the topic itself is engineers for earth.
Certainly it will, this is what I feel, because engineering for social impact, that's what the topic is. And it will provide a hub or a center or a platform for the same, right? So that way it will provide a platform for NEP, all the NEP goals, and also the SDG targets, a common platform, first thing. Secondly, we can, involve all the nearby NGOs, all the nearby, let's say, villagers or town people and all the students, teachers. It can be a platform for research for social impact and innovation. Third, it can, give ideas for startups to the students, right, who want to make a social impact. I'll give you 2 examples from my area, what I could just think of. Like now I'm in Rai, Sonipat, and nearby is Panipat. So if I want to create social impact there, the biggest problem is water table going down, right? Water conservation is just not there. All the water that comes runs off to the rivers and then to the sea. Water table is going down. So how to conserve water and how to bring it up, it will help the society nearby like anything. And it's not a big thing, it can be done. Only thing is we need minds to sit together and start a project on social impact. Similarly, all the farmers of this area, they sell their products at very cheap prices. And when it is grown, when it is produced, but when it is sold later on, after 3, 4 months, 6 months, it becomes 4 times. Sometimes potato and onion becomes 10 times. So if they can create storage capacity for these rural people, right? So they will not be forced to sell at such low prices, because that time they cannot store. And rich people, they store the same products and then sell at 10 times the cost.
Very sustainable option.
So such, if I can create a center which is looking at social impact of engineering, it will provide a platform for all such activities, for all such research. It will involve the nearby people, nearby society, and who are all interested, and give a big boost, and also be in alignment with our NAP as well as SDG targets.
Right.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. And I think we are moving to a very interesting section, because I see a lot of younger audience back there. So this is for you, student-led initiatives. So the question is to Professor Dr. Mini, Dean Faculty of Engineering and Technology, Jamia Millia Islamia. And specifically the question to you is, what can solar villages and low-cost healthcare tools teach us from scaling student-led social innovations?
Thank you. Good afternoon, everyone. I have around 35 years of teaching experience, and it was very nice to hear, sparks from all of you, examples of student innovations and getting into products into the market. But from my experience over the last 35 years, supervising projects and evaluating projects of undergraduate, postgraduate, and even PhD, I think most of our students are not looking at realities. It's a fact, let us accept it. So if we put our efforts together to see that our projects are, focused, at least they are real life, could be implementable. So that mindset has to come among students and faculty, because faculty have to take the effort of choosing the proper projects, helping the students choose the right projects. Now coming to my question which you asked, these are again solar villages or low-cost healthcare tools developed by students. You know, wonderful examples I can cite from all my past experiences at Jamia Millia Islamia. I was director of NIT Trichy. So, you know, we have exhibition called Sangam, where students exhibit their innovations. And it's so wonderful. I used to wonder, how can you scale this up to the next level? So I think the efforts are being on with, you know, Startup India and a lot of other initiatives to bring it into the light. But there are wonderful initiatives by students, helped by the faculty, to solve societal problems. Because if you look at Solar Village and low-cost healthcare, it is solving societal problems. So let me just give you just one example. I'll finish with that. You know, forests. Now all this climate change is happening because our forests are being destroyed. Forest fires, which is kind of not natural all the time. Then animals are coming out. I'm from Kerala. You know, every day somebody is killed by an elephant. Animals are coming out of the forest. Wood is being stolen from forests. Now how can you prevent it? So a group of students, they developed you know, an IoT based solution where just two sets of sensors, one on top of the tree, one on the soil. So they can have motion, they can have the picture, they can have the vibrations, and they can, they tied up with an NGO, and that NGO has the monitoring system, so they know about forest fire, they know about if there is any intrusion, and if there is any wood cutting, is there any animal coming out, everything can be monitored. So can we scale this up to our other forests in the country? So student innovations are happening sporadically, but bringing it up and scaling it up, somebody has to take it up. Thank you.
Thank you. It was a great response specifically on the elephant, which is a real problem that you're mentioning. Although they are the beautiful, otherwise, we really look up to seeing elephants, But I just wanted to also share with everyone that if you look at the surge of, innovation in terms of new companies, startup, after COVID, we have approximately, I think now more than 1,17,000 and the numbers are going up. So a lot of startups that are coming from a very young age group. So I think every university through their incubators, and it need not be incubator all the time, it could be in the classroom. In fact, my dean from IILM, I can see you are sitting here, Professor Shamik, many of his students, they are working on a lot of innovative projects on such areas. So picking up such ideas on startup, because out of those startup again, about 60-70% are all coming out of computer science related areas. So I think it's very interesting where India is today. So with that, I go to the participant. Professor Amit, you have been patiently sitting, coming all the way from ICFAI Tech School, Dehradun. So my question to you specifically before we go to the last round is, would you like to highlight on partnerships or trainings with industry, obviously with the concept of institutional purpose, right? And how would you like to tell us that what you are doing at this university?
Good afternoon, everyone, and pranam. I want to share with you all, with all members, that we are doing a very, very good kind of good practice in two dimensions. The first dimension our institutional level, the second dimension in through our students. As you know, the ICFAI group is our spread is we have the 11 universities and 9 B schools. One thing is very good in our end, that one is our case center. What is the specialty of our case center? Our case center is considered as one of the finest case center in India, and our case studies are outsourced by the different IIMs and different companies. And the same thing we deliver in our classroom. And what is the best part of our case centers, that case studies, they are the contemporary challenges we take from the market and we study it and we deliver it through our students. So this is the first part. Through it, we sensitize our students with the market challenges. And number two, second part of the, in entire India, in Pan India, which we do in our course curriculum, in our, complete, curriculum in BTech, we have, it is the two part. The first part is the approximately the 70% part, it is the, in our classroom and, our lab work. And rest 30% part is associated with internship. We have the two kind of internship. One is the, micro level, and second is the, complete semester internship. Okay, what we do in micro level internship, and it is our practicing up from 2003 we are doing it, and this is very old practice in our complete ICFAI system. In under micro level, we provide a 2-month internship to our students, and we provide them the challenges, right? And on the basis of those challenges, they do. Okay, and another thing which we are practicing right now, our complete, complete group on complete system, ICFAI system, that we are providing our students the seed money. And very good amount of seed money we are delivered. In particular, if you take the example of the ICFAI University Dehradun, last year we delivered the 50 lakhs rupees as a seed money to our students. And I want to share one bit beautiful kind of example with all of you guys, that as you know that we are from the mountain region, from the Uttarakhand, so there are a lot of local challenges. And one of the best thing in Uttarakhand, that is the traditional knowledge. And all the traditional, they are not, registered or not, accumulated somewhere. But now our students, they are doing work, they are using AI, and they are using different new technologies to control, to collect those traditional knowledge. And another thing, which is very beautiful thing, we are also practicing the cross research. Like in our students, they are doing very good work in AI, and they are associated with the students of the political science. And now they are doing, and they're trying to make a platform to find out the behavior, to trace the behavior of a country. Now, this is some practical examples which our students are doing for betterment of the society and betterment of the for the different work. And the third important thing is that in our research, it is mandatory that you have to take, it is mandatory, it is not desirable. It is mandatory in ICFAI University Dehradun that you have to take the research topic. It must address any one of the SDG goals. It may be the how to reduce the hunger, or how to reduce the different kind of inequality, maybe anything. And in India, as it is not quoted anywhere, that you must know that as per the Gartner Research Center, that in most of the research papers in India, approximately 80% research papers in complete India, they are addressing the SDG goals, knowingly, unknowingly. But we are doing. This is fact. And what is the best part of Indian education system? That really we are doing very good work. If you go to Globe, you will find out, yes, we Indian institutions are doing good. We are struggling for the best. We are doing very good. And every university, XYZ, any university, any government university or private university or deemed university, everybody is doing very good work. And you'll see that after next 10 years, really will be that part of the best education policy of the world. This is from
Thank you. I think it's a great point. And for India, I think a round of applause for all the big strides that India is making, be it higher education or K-12 school education. And more specifically, now we have become a magnet for so many top-class universities coming to India. As you know that the minister very recently announced, we have about 15 institutions from abroad coming to India in different parts of the country, which means there could be little more, collaborative research for the need for the earth. So coming back to the topic, and I'm taking the liberty to twist this discussion a bit, because they are all experienced experts. So the next question that I really want to ask is, rather than a question, I'm going to ask them, it's like a googly, that I'm going to ask them to share a best practice in their field, whatever they've chosen, to share with all of you. And if you have any questions, please note it down. We'll quickly entertain one or two questions from the audience as well. So maybe we start with Dr. Naveen. We'll come back to you, Amit.
Yes.
The best practice, any best practice that you want to share.
Okay.
And it could be over a couple of years, need not be today, yesterday.
There are so many best practices which are I am following in my organization. I am working this organization since 28 years, from 1998, since the inception. But during my experience, I have learned this thing. When you will hear the student seriously, the student will respect you. So, my request or my suggestion to, I have seen so many teachers, they will tell the student, okay, you go. Let them go, leave it my room, leave it my room. So many, there are so many things, there are so many ways of dealing with the student. But what I have seen in my life of more than 25 years, if you will listen the student carefully and try to resolve the problem of a student, he will seriously think over it and he will seriously tell, sir, you will be the ideal of me. Because
so of course you have shared then a best practice as a teacher, so we understand listening.
Best practice is that our student are in the Dehradun is a remote, not a remote area, it is a city, but the university is situated 20 kilometers away from the city, near Mussoorie. Between Mussoorie is 20 kilometers away from our university. So, what the practice they are doing, we have prepared the student to learn by their own practice. What they are doing in their laboratory, they should implement their practice in the common society. We have adopted 5 villages nearby DIT University, and the activity what they are doing in the laboratory, they implement. Suppose the villagers.
Dr. Naveen, we'll have to move because the clock is ticking. So
Villagers.
I'll take from you is a lot of entrepreneurial, experiential learning. That is what you're doing, and a lot of peer learning that is happening, where they do faculty and students. Now moving to, Professor here. Yeah, of course. If you tell us, Dr. Shan, the Vice-Chancellor Alliance University, any of the best practice that you would like to share?
Yeah, quickly 3 things. One, you can Google out. We have launched a program called as PhD VISTA, PhD Vista program. This is mainly for startups. What people do in PhD, they take a problem statement, work for 3 years, 4 years, submit a thesis and get the degree. So what we have done is a faculty supervisor plus a failed entrepreneur if he is available to ready to co-supervise along with the student, and we have set up a corpus fund of 10 crores as a revolving fund to support these people actually. We get stipend of 40,000 rupees per month in the first 2 years, and third year it gets increased. Along with that, we are giving the seed money for the prototyping also. You can just Google PhD Vista. And second one is at the undergraduate level and the postgraduate level. Coming to engineering, I am not talking about other verticals. Coming to engineering, the PO6 or the program outcome 6 of NBA says that engineer and society. And we just tick, I don't know how many of you have done that very seriously, but one question was asked by Dr. Elizabeth Elias ma'am when she came as an NBA evaluator. How are you ensuring that all the courses in your curriculum is catering to engineering and society? And what we did is, nowadays we talk about blended learning, project-based learning. We told that every faculty should identify at least two mini or micro projects from their course which they are teaching related to the societal impact actually. And this also helping them to develop the same thing. The third one is, along with the engineering curriculum, we have kept apart 12 credits which is called as product development. Starting from first semester, it goes up to the 4th semester. First semester, the student studies on computational thinking and logic building. Second semester, design thinking and innovation. Third semester, social internship along with solving for Bharat. And in the fourth semester, social internship, when they are going, they will have to identify at least 4 problem statements from the society, bring it back, put it in the problem bank. Fourth semester, when they are coming up, they will have to go to the maker space, take one of the problem and complete it, and then go to the 5th semester. So these are 3 best practices. I'll be happy to share details with you after this.
I think this is wonderful. Thank you for sharing that. Over to Dr. Senthil.
Yeah.
So just share your best practice, keep it crisp.
Yeah, we have 3 best practices which I want to impress here, which going to give an impact to the society. First one is Beautiful Mind program, where the idea of this Beautiful Mind program is student will come up with an innovative idea where the support from the different disciplines required, they work together. It's kind of an interdisciplinary program. From the project to practice will trained by the entire team, which we name it as design thinking and innovation. It starts from the 2nd semester. There they will empathize the thing, then it will they will make the prototype, and they will go with the real-time application. I want to make some projects which we have done in that way. Sir started talking about the water. The biggest problem is actually a wastewater. Because wastewater, after 5 days only you can understand what kind of wastewater it is based on the BOD, since our chemistry professor can say that. See, after getting 5 days, the wastewater which is going to be stagnant, that give all the damage already. So what we done with the Beautiful Mind program, student came up with an ideology. There is a sensor which touches the wastewater. Immediately it takes the physical properties. From there, they can able to use any AI tool to connect and correlate all other parameters, and it can be immediately transferred to the treatment plant. This was one of the ideology. Second, the ambulance, which is, we are always thinking of giving space when it comes to Gurugram or Delhi NCR, it will be very tough to manage it. So there was an IoT ideology where student connected all the signals in one source. When the ambulance started coming, it will be identified automatically, and the way will be given based on that. This was made a product, and our students are patented it also in that way. So in that way we started working on. The second one is the beautiful ideology which we project is buddy program. We give a buddy for everyone. Say we talking about advanced learner, slow learners. Where in our university, every slow learner will be connected with an advanced learner, which is we called as buddy program. He handhold him from the first semester after the midterm, from there until to the subjects creation. We make based on a quality circle. Everybody, buddies team or 3 will be there in one quality circle. End of the day, the best quality circle will be identified and given good rewards. The third one is the curriculum which we are talking about will give you a result and degree. But the ideology of social connect, which our NEP mentions.
Thank you. That was nice. Thank you. So now asking Ashok ji, your journey from IPS to Vice-Chancellor.
Yes,
and in your view, what have been your best practices that your university is currently taking up?
Yes, we planned a mission titled Mission Olympic 2036, because Olympics 2036, we have bid for 2036 Olympics, and I felt that when China took up the Olympics, they became number 1, world number 1, 2012 Beijing Olympics, and we are below 50. So if Olympics happen in India in 2036, we should not be below 50. At least we should be in the top 5. We should be in the sporting world superpowers. So to realize that dream, we have to start the mission now, because an athlete, if you want to make an Olympian out of him or her, needs 8 to 10 years of real hard work. Not just plain coaching which used to happen in our country. We need the support of all kinds of sports sciences, best of infra, best of trainers, best of sports sciences. So we have planned it, designed it, and we made a scheme, projected it to the government, Haryana government. Haryana is otherwise also doing well. So we've kept a target of 7 to 70 for India and 4 to 36 Olympic medals for Haryana in 2036.
So for the youth of our country, a round of applause that we should get more medals. And for that, I think engineers, what difference can they make? So a lot of passionate
engineers can make a difference, because sports science and sports technology is a new field. Sports biomechanics, what angle you will throw, what body angle. Yes, ma'am. Yes, I'm an alumnus of IIT Delhi. So sports biomechanics, sports kinematics is a big field. So it is all engineering. That's how we come below 10 seconds in 100 meters. It's all, most of it is science. So, and the tragedy is our country has not been using science in sports. We are very new. All 12 universities have been announced in sports in India. 7 are working. Slowly it will come up. I was just reading a data. 80% of the athletes who get medals in Olympics are from universities. No, outside the country. The top, they are from the universities. We are producing nothing from universities. So the environment has to change. It has to become scientific and technological, more advanced.
With the flexible credit system and all of the new areas, a lot can be done where the universities can take up and these kind of credits can be given to students when they're taking up alternate careers. So that is also something there for the other general university which are maybe not focused on sports alone. So
yes,
that could also,
general universities can
possible.
also do. Yes, they can also give good support to sports persons.
Thank you so much. Moving on to Dr. Thomas. Would you like to share the best practices?
Yes, but I will stick to purpose-driven projects only, because if I start sharing my best practices, it will take a long time. So, purpose-driven projects, I still emphasize maybe being, with all the experiences in government institutes, you know, the number of startups coming out of government institutes, I feel it's comparably less. I asked for reasons to many, I discussed it with many people. So one IIT director told me, Mini, close down your placement office. Automatically, startups will flourish. Okay, now coming to purpose-driven projects, how will we come out with purpose-driven projects? The best practice I want to share are two things we did. One is send my faculty to industry. Summer, we made sure that many faculty generally have no industry experience. So send them to industry. Go search for problems and come back. Why just make a project for nothing? Just for publishing papers or getting filed in the library. Go bring real life problems, solve it for the industry. So that's one best practice, and it really produced results. And the second thing we did along the same lines was, you know, when you start a new academic session, keep aside one industry day. Bring industries to your campus with their problems. Flash the problems to your faculty and, you know, the senior students. The students and faculty can pick up problems and solve them with the industry help. So it serves a lot of purposes, because industry will come, help you, they may even fund you, and catch hold of your alumni. They'll be more than willing to come and discuss their problems with you. So for purpose-driven projects, these are the best practices we did, and it worked wonders. Thank you so much.
I'll quickly go back to Amit. Do you have a mic there? Yeah. So if you could, you already shared one good practice about the cases at ICFAI. Would you like to add on to one more quickly?
Yes, we do the one best practice, that is, as you know that in summer vacation, this is a 2 month or 2.5 months. So what we do, we delivered a project to student of the 2 credit, right? And what is the genesis of such kind of practice is that we press them that you just find out from a local, it is particularly I am taking the example of the BTech students, you just find out the local challenges and prepare a document of complete challenge or complete problem, right? When they come back, then they give the presentation. On the basis of those challenges, they start to find out the solutions, because engineer means find out the solution and also find out the alignment, what is the reason of the problem. So this we do, and we are getting very good kind of responses from our students. This is, I think this is our perspective.
Very nice. So before I hand it over to you, I just wanted to add, because this whole thing of purpose, I wanted to share with everyone that IILM University, our entire motto is learn with purpose and lead with purpose. But said that, we cannot do it alone. So what happens is, what I wanted to emphasize is, we have to walk together. So forming a lead of best practices, collaboration with other universities and corporate world. So I see my young students of computer science today building robots and what not. I mean, a lot of innovations we see on campus. So to do that, we need to nurture them by getting the real knowledge from the industry. So I think the corporate readiness program is one such that at the university I see happening, where the industry mentors are not just for once, but it is across the 4 years that they spend at the university.
Beg your pardon, ma'am. Since a lot of things came for field faculty externship, I want to add 2 points here. See, this time even our AACT announced...
I'll come back to you before he finishes. Our clock is here. So we'll come back to this just before his point.
Actually, I want to add, as Madam said, that industry collaboration is very important. So as at Bennett University, we have summer research internship for the students. And what we are trying to do, that we have the guides from Bennett University, and we want the co-guides from the industry, so that a collaborative project, a student who are interested can do, they can have the experience of academia as well as industry. So this is the one thing which we have started from this year, and this summer it's ongoing, and we see that how the outcome comes. It's not only, as Madam said, a very true line, that as in academics we are rushing to publish papers. So it is very important to understand the problem statement. So we are guiding students to understand the problem, do some real-time projects, so that it will be useful for them when they are when they are getting placed in some of the top MNCs.
Thank you so much. And it has been a great experience, and it was a very meaningful discussion and a happy afternoon, all said by Business World Engineering Conclave. Thank you very much, and namaskar to all.